Hey everyone, Anthony here, physical therapist for Physical Therapy and Balance Centers, and I'm back again to teach you guys a few exercises to help manage your low back pain. Make sure you like and share this video, and if you want to learn more, go to physical.com/Hazelton. I'm going to start off by showing you guys 3 of my favorite exercises that you can do at home that we do in the clinic to help strengthen that core to help improve your low back pain. So the first one we're going to do is called a dead bug. So I have Olivia here and she's going to demonstrate for us. So all I want her to do is just bring her knees up to this position and arms extended right in line with the shoulders. So while contracting her core, keeping her back flat against the table, she's gonna move her right arm and left leg at the same time, extending them both back. Just like that, perfect, and bring them together. And then she'll switch to the other side. While she's doing this, she's maintaining contraction in the core, making sure her low back is staying flat on the table. If this seems a little bit too difficult, all she has to do is just bring her feet down to the table. Now that could rest, but as she brings her right arm back, her left leg will still extend and come back together. That will go back to the table and she'll switch. And usually I like to have people do about 10 times per side, see what your limitations are, and if you can progress, you could always do more. The next one we're gonna do, and one of my personal favorites, is the plank. So again, Olivia's gonna demonstrate for us. She's gonna have her elbows down on the table in line with her shoulders. Her feet are gonna be tucked on the table as well, and she's gonna lift her pelvis up, keeping the core nice and contracted, making sure that she's not sagging down the hips or quivering side to side. She can hold this for, let's say, 20 or 30 seconds at a time and always progress, if possible, up to a minute, even more. If this is too difficult to start with, all she has to do is just relax back down, and then she can come off to the side and use an elevated surface to place her elbows down onto, feet back. The back is gonna be nice and flat, core is gonna be contracted, and she can stay here 20, 30 seconds to start, maybe move up to a minute until she feels comfortable going onto the table or floor. The next one we're gonna do is called a bird dog. So Olivia's gonna be on her stomach again for this, but she's actually gonna prop up onto her hands and knees to start. Again, with the back nice and flat, she's gonna do very similar activity that she did when we did the dead bugs, and she's gonna move her right arm and left leg at the same time, trying to maintain that good core stability. Together, and then she'll switch. This movement should be done slow and controlled, and you want to try not to rotate the pelvis too much. You want to keep that nice and tight. If that seems like it's a little bit too difficult, all she has to do is lay back down onto the table, and she can move her opposite arm and opposite leg while in this position. Again, trying to contract right here at the low back, looking for stability. Okay. Again, we could do up to 10 reps per side. If that's a little too easy, you could always increase it. Now that we've discussed core strengthening, let's look at some stretching or mobility techniques that we like to use to help with that low back pain. So if you're someone who has trouble extending their back or leaning back to grab something from a top shelf or whatnot, you might need to do this to help with the extension in the lower back. So for this one, I'm going to have Olivia do 2 different exercises or 2 different stretches. The first, she's just going to prop herself up onto her elbows. She wants to maintain her pelvis onto the table, and she wants to focus the bend right here at the lower back. Sometimes this is a little too easy, so all she has to do is just place her hands down on the table, and the extension becomes a little bit more accentuated. Okay? I'd like someone to hold this for, say, 10 to 15 seconds, and they could do it anywhere from maybe 3 to 5 times, and then she could relax. Now in the opposite direction, the low back or the spine needs to be able to flex. So just as she was set up before, Olivia's going to show you a exercise or stretch called the child's pose. So what she's going to do is prop back up onto her Hands and knees. And this time, she's gonna sit her hips back towards her heels while maintaining extension at the arms. She's gonna try to sink the hips back, really focus on stretching and elongating this part of the lower back. Just like before, we can hold this for 10, 15 seconds, even up to, half a minute. And we're gonna do it maybe 3 to 5 times. Last stretch or mobility exercise we're gonna focus on today is for rotation of that lower back. So Olivia right now is laying on her back with her knees bent. This is the position that I would like you to be in. You're gonna have the knees and feet together, and all I'm gonna ask her to do is rotate her thighs one direction without allowing the lower back on the opposite side to lift up. So this may be a little bit too far, so we'll pull back a little bit. You're gonna hold that stretch there. We usually have people hold it maybe for about 5 seconds. You can hold it a little bit longer if you need to. And then they're gonna come back and go the opposite direction. Again, try not to let that lower back pop up too much because we want this to be a rotation. We don't want that low back to come with it because then it's not rotating anymore, okay? And we could do that up to 10 times per side. So the next time you're having low back pain, give those exercises a try. If anything's getting worse or you feel your pain becoming more severe, please feel free to leave a comment, let us know, or give us a call here at Physical in Hazleton. If you want to learn more about what we're doing here at Physical, please visit us at physical.com/Hazleton.